you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial using all drugstore products. Black Radiance had a competition on Instagram called Beat Like Cookie, and I was one of the winners. So they sent me a bunch of goodies. This is not sponsored by them. I'm just using what I won to film a tutorial today. And so really briefly, I'm going to show you guys what they sent me. They sent the True Complexion contour palette in the shade medium to dark, and that is what it looks like. Also sent me their newest foundation, the Black Radiance True Complexion Match Me foundation in the shade light to medium. This lucid powder, this is new, and that is the shade. The True Complexion Refining Skin Primer. So this is in a compact. This is the first time that I've ever seen a skin primer in a compact. And they sent me the dual lip definer. So it is a precision lip liner and a lip crayon, which I'm guessing is just, it's like a lipstick on one end and a lip liner on the other end. Vintage Plum. That's really pretty. Brilliant Effects lip gloss. And this is in the shade Romantic. Ooh. Eye Appeal Kajal eyeliner with a coupon. Ooh, coupon. A Eye Appeal Relentless Volume Mascara. This is in the shade Black. I got the Eye Appeal Shadow Collection palette. And this palette is Posh Plums, which is really, really pretty. So, let's get started. I've already done my eyebrows, and for that I use the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. I'm going to set this with the Black Radiance Contour Kit.
So I'm starting off by priming my eyelids with the Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. I did not have a drugstore eyeshadow primer, but I'm sure there is one. And then I'm going to use the Sculpting shade from the Black Radiance Contour Kit as my transition shade in my crease. I'm also using a nice tapered blending brush just to place this exactly where I want it. And I'm using windshield wiper motions to basically get it in my crease and above my crease. Then I'm going to go into the lavender shade in this palette, and I'm just going to pop that right on top of the transition shade. This is going to act as my secondary transition for all the other purple colors that are going to be going on my eyelid. And I'm being very careful so as not to blow this way out of proportions, because I do want to continue maintaining that cat eye shape. Then I'm taking a nice purple shade, and I'm going to put that in the outer third of my eye and work it into my crease. I'm using a flat brush from MAC, and I am creating a more defined version of the shape that I initially created. And you do well to blend this out, because we don't want any harsh lines anywhere. We like, I like a nice transition. So now I'm taking the Kajal and I'm putting it all over my eyelid, and I'm going to use this as a primer or base for the black eyeshadow that I'm going to be using later. It's going to make the eyeshadow stick and last longer. So we're just going to smudge it out with our finger. You can use a brush if you'd like to. Then taking another flat brush from MAC, I'm just going to go ahead and pat this eyeshadow right on top of the Kajal. And the reason why I'm patting instead of rubbing is because once you start rubbing, it can get everywhere and it can take away some of the opacity of the eyeshadow. And I'm going back in with the same brush that I used to apply the purple shade, and I'm using it to blend out the black into my crease and further defining that cat movie shape. So now I'm taking this really light purple shade from the palette and I'm putting it in my inner corner. This is their new foundation. It's supposed to match your skin tone completely and give you a really natural finish, which I personally agree that this does. It does give you a really nice natural finish for your makeup. However, if you're anyone who likes coverage, this foundation will not be suitable for you, as it was not for me. However, I did try it on anyways because I like to give things a chance. The coverage, it kind of reminds me of a BB cream. This is their face primer too. I love the fact that it's in a palette. I think that's really cool and convenient. It almost looks like a cream, but you only need a little bit, and you just put it where you need to smooth your face out, which for me is around my T-zone. I kind of forgot to put it on, so I tried to put it in areas where I hadn't already placed the foundation. And I don't know how you're supposed to apply this foundation exactly, but I found that it would be best to work it in with the fingers, just because a brush might absorb too much of it and maybe give you streakiness. But see, it's pretty even looking. It's nice and natural. But I like a lot of coverage. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I am going to leave this on my face because it's a pretty good priming foundation, and I'm going to take my Lancome Teinte d'Idol and I put that on. Now I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn and Warm Honey. Put Warm Honey closest to my eye and Fawn on the outer part of my eye. And I'm using them both to not only color correct, but also to highlight underneath my eyes, because clearly I've had some sleepless nights. I know I'm not the only one. And I'm using this Makeup of the Day Cosmetics concealer brush. And I'm just tapping that away because I destroyed all 3 of my beauty blenders by accident. Well, yeah. So, this does take a little bit more effort, but it's worth it in the end. Now I'm taking the translucent powder from Black Radiance and the Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just setting my whole entire face with that, starting with my concealer underneath my eyes. I think next time I'm going to try to do this with a sponge and see what happens. So now I'm going back in with the Kajal and I'm putting it on my waterline, which, looking at it right now, it did happen to stay in place pretty well on my eye. And I'm taking the same shades that I use in my crease on the upper part of my eye onto my lash line, and I'm blending it out. Continuing with the light purple on the inner corners, just for that pop. And I'm going in with the matte black, and I'm putting that close to my lash line to give it more definition, just like the top part of my eye. Okay, so now I'm going in with this purple, and I'm just going to put that on my lower lash line in the center. Because why not? You know, you got all these eyeshadows, you might as well put them on. Now I'm taking the waterproof eyeliner from Black Radiance, and I'm going to line my eyelid, my upper lash line, with a little itty bitty wing. I like using this to define my beauty mark too, because sometimes I don't feel like trying to get the makeup off my beauty marks, so I just go in with this thing. And it does last all day. Cool. So now we're going to start sculpting and contouring, but first I'm going to do my brows. So I'm taking the deepest shade from this palette and I'm using it to set my eyebrows and give them a little bit more warmth so that they don't look as dark. And I'm going in with the lighter shade as well on the innermost parts of my eyebrows to lighten that area up. And again, giving my eyebrows definition. We're defining everything today. Eyelashes, eyes, brows, everything. So taking my sculpting brush from Makeup of the Day Cosmetics and the sculpting shade from the Black Radiance palette, I am just chiseling my cheeks so that, you know, I'm cute or whatever. And I'm tapping it in so that it blends in really nicely, and then I do a nice light swirl. These brushes are awesome. I'm taking that same shade and I'm using it to contour my nose because I haven't done that in a long time. And I wanted to see how it would work with an oily T-zone. But so far so good. You also want to make sure you really blend this out because, again, harsh lines are not cute. And I'm going back in with the contouring shade to further, I'm really trying hard not to say this word so much, but it's just true for everything, to further define my cheekbones. And I really like this contouring kit. I really do. Okay, so this is the highlighting shade. It's really, really beautiful. I like it a lot. It's very natural and like bronzy goldishness. I don't know how to describe it, but I know that I really, really like it. And I'm applying it dry right now. And that's how gorgeous it looks. This is the bronzer in Caramel from Black Radiance. And I'm applying this one damp. I sprayed my brush with my Smashbox priming water, and I'm just tapping the second bronzer on top of it, and oh my god, they are so beautiful together. I absolutely love the baked bronzers and blushes. And this is the shade Toasted Almond in their baked blush. So now I'm going in with their mascara that I got, and I'm just putting that on my lashes. It's kind of hard to see my lashes because that makeup is so dark and I don't have on falsies, but I like this mascara as well. And for the lips, I decided to put all 3 products on because I couldn't figure out what I liked best, and it worked out for me. So I'm just going to line my lips with the lip liner end of this pencil. Filling them in with the lipstick side, letting it set, and going right on top of that with the matte lipstick. Yeah, I really like that way better. The other one was a little too light for the eyes, in my opinion, but you could go with the lighter lip if you wanted. And if that wasn't enough, I put some lip gloss on because why the heck not? Lately I've been really feeling a glossy lip, and I think it just has to do with the summertime. I kind of feel like it's just too hot for makeup in general, and I mean, I love wearing tons of makeup, but I feel like with a gloss, things are just so much easier.
Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you learned something and enjoyed getting to see how well the Black Radiance products work. I apologize for not having an eyeshadow primer, but as it goes, I was not sent one, so yeah. Other than that, tell me what you think below. Thank you for watching.